A group of researchers from US universities, in particular my colleague Chen Kai and co-authors, recently published a very important paper in Nature, the very important scientific journal, as you know, and the discovery is focused on the Pacific tectonic plate that, as you know, subducts under the Philippine plate. The discovery is related to the amount of water that they discovered in the layers of this very old and cold tectonic plates. What actually they found? Probably you know that the Pacific plate subducts the Philippine plate, and this is exactly the Mariana Trench. I just want to remind you that the Mariana Trench is 11,000 meters. So it's the deepest trench in the world. So what happens? As you probably know, the ocean, which are above the oceanic plates, when the plate bends here, in this zone, the water just percolates and goes into the fractures and the faults for some depth. The question is how deep this water goes into the tectonic plate. This was actually a mystery, and these colleagues discovered by geophysical methods, discovered that practically this water can enter down to 30 kilometers depth, which is a huge depth with respect to what we thought before, which was something like 2 or 3 kilometers. This was what we thought about the infiltration of water down into the tectonic plates. How can this possible? Actually, the reason can be due to the age of the tectonic plates in the Pacific tectonic plates. You know that this plate is 150 million years old, and this gives a temperature usually low because the age and cold tectonic plates usually are typical. So what this means? This means that probably the water entering in the tectonic plate goes into the minerals, and since the tectonic plate is cold, the minerals can be stable down to bigger depth. And so this probably is the reason why much water is stored in the 30 kilometers of this tectonic plate. Usually, you know, the water then goes down and at some depth goes up back to doing the volcanoes. But this discovery is very important because if we extrapolate such results to all the tectonic plates similar to the Pacific plate, then we can clearly calculate that about 4 times the content of water in the Earth should be completely revised. And all the geochemical cycle of water should be definitively rebuilt and reconsidered completely.